Hello and welcome to this video where I'm swatching the Derwent Artist 72 set. I have already started with the first ones and I follow the color chart. I found a color swatch I found online and it's also the way they are in the box. Hello, good morning, Tony. Welcome. I just had my coffee and I'm swatching some pencils I bought on Black Friday. Hello, Robin. Good morning, Yvonne. Hello, Caroline. Welcome to this swatch. I have 45 minutes before I have to go and pick up my husband at work, from work. So let's see if I'm not sure I will be able to swatch them all, but I hope. Yay, you too! Coffee cheers! So I bought this 72 set of Derwent Artist on Black Friday when I was in Stockholm. And I have not been swatching them yet. I have not used them much either. I try them on a page and they are quite hard. They are harder than polychromos and you have to do them a lot of layers, thin layers. And I know they are Peter U's favorites. And they because of the color range. So that made me curious, and now I'm gonna swatch them so I can use them better. But I know they are not perfect for coloring books because they are made for using on real good paper. So I'm gonna write the name on them on the paper as well. Hello, Kimmy. I'm swatching my Derwent Artist. I have had a swatch day today, and yesterday I swatched my black spider and my black castle art, more budget pencils, off camera. Now I'm doing the Derwent Artists, and I do this for all my bigger sets, that I give them numbers as well. And it's best if I do a tape over it as well. I did that with my polychromos and then they don't fall off. I didn't do it on my Prismacolors, and those little stickers has lost numbers on them and they are falling off the pencils. Yeah, I'm gonna write the names as well. The Derwent Artists, I haven't used them very much yet, but I think they are hard. They are harder than polychromos. They have beautiful colors. They are made for better paper than most coloring books has. So I think I now need to be a real artist, start to use, because I own this set. Or I can just use them in the books anyway, which I did. I did it in World of Flowers. I thought maybe this could be a chance for me to actually color more soft and not with such bright colors, because yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna take a big breath. Thank you, Bella, for reminding me. She said I sounded a bit stressed. I think I am, because I hope to finish this before I have to go pick up my husband, but I can keep doing it later. So let's see. This was the straw yellow. So I'm using the same order as the pencils was when I bought them. But I changed the order. The Chinese white was the last pencil in the set, and I prefer to have it as number 1 in all my sets. So I did a little bit. I put it. Can you see? So far, it looks a bit like polychromos. I think the colors. Oh, I have the tripod here too close. So let me see. Now it's Naples Yellow. And I decided not to do as big squares as I done for my swatches with the polychromos and Prismacolor, because I think they were too big. It took too much energy to do them, and you just don't need that big squares. So I did smaller squares, but actually I think these are also a bit too big. I think half of it would be enough. But now I already done the squares, so I will fill them in. And I know that some people like to do different pressure when they do the charts to show how they look with a lot of pressure and little pressure. But I prefer to just have a lot of pressure to see how much. Yeah, I think it's easier to see what color it is then. And then I can just use it with a softer touch when I color with them and get not as saturated result. Yeah, they are quite creamy. They are a bit like polychromos in creaminess, but they are a bit harder. Oh, I'm a bit better, I think, Caroline, at least. Oh, thank you, Kimmy. Yesterday I felt like sick, you know, sick, almost like seasick or car sick. But today I'm just very, very tired, so I have been sleeping. I got so many great answers on my question yesterday about how you take care of yourself when you are feeling sick, and they made me happy, and I realized I would try to sleep more. So today I have been sleeping. That didn't take away any of the tiredness, but I think it's good anyway. Okay, this is Middle Chrome. Hello, Susie. I'm swatching my Derwent Artist. At least what I'm until I'm gonna pick up my husband. Yeah, I have been sick for a long time. I think it's 5 weeks now. So yes, it is a long time. I'm still dreaming of your flower pencil case, Susie, that I saw on your video. So how are you today? Tony's having her coffee. What are you doing? Hello, Nick and Tina. Yes, I think so too. I'm gonna be better soon. I have had a bit, you know, when weeks just, week after week goes and you don't get better, it feels terrible and you start to almost get depressed. But yesterday I got so much love and things that really helped me to feel that, yeah, it's gonna be better. Oops. So let me see. This was Middle Chrome. Yeah, they are quite creamy, but still quite hard. And this is deep chrome. I mean, if I press really loose with them, there's very, very little color. It gives away less color with a loose touch than polychromos, for example. So I press really hard with them to get this much color. I think I'm burnishing the paper directly, but I think that's just good for my color swatch, so it won't get color everywhere. And when I press this hard, it crumbles a bit. But I'm thinking that these pencils, I'm gonna try to use them in some books with a soft hand and see if it can help me to do some more colorings with not so much vibrant colors as usual. But if I don't use them much, and maybe I will sell them later. I have done that with some sets that I realize I don't use. And then I can buy something else instead. And I'm going to try my Castle Art and Black Widow as well someday, the more budget pencils. Let me see. I have to write it down. Deep chrome. Orange chrome. I'm thinking of doing in another book some swatches where I compare like all the greens next to each other from the different sets and the blues and so on. But let's see if I ever have the energy for that, because I think it's kind of cozy to do these charts, but it's more fun to color with them. So now this name is Spectrum Orange. I think the cheaper sets have more fun names. Hello. Morning. I'm doing some swatches. So this is Spectrum Orange. At least the Black Widows that I did earlier today off camera. Just a small one, small squares. They have the most fun names. Marmalade, Blood Orange, Elephant Grey. Yeah. Hello, Pickle. Hello, Jody. You also have these pencils. No, I don't think they are perfect for coloring books. I think they are made for better paper and for doing lots and lots of layers. I read somewhere that Derwent made the Pro color as a mix between Derwent Artist and Colorsoft, if I remember it right. And I don't like the color. No, I don't like the Pro color. And I do think these seams, they are feels a little bit like the Pro Colors. Pro Colors are meant to be not as hard as these, but they have much more muted tones in that set. So I don't know. I got carried away when it was Black Friday and I saw this set, and I had just talked to Peter Hewitt in the podcast, and she loves these pencils, so I bought them. You don't like the Pro Color either, no? Yeah, I know. I don't like Colorsoft either. That was one of the sets I sold. I didn't have the whole set, but I had a smaller set that I sold because I thought they crumbled too much. So Pro Colors is also a pencil that you have to layer and layer thin layers on top of each other. And the books don't have always have the tooth for it in the coloring books. They will be burnished too easy. And the hard pencils can like take away the tooth of the paper too easy, too much, too fast. Yeah, polychromos is a really good, and those pencils work really well in the books. I would say that these pencils feels a bit. Now it was quite a long time since I tested the Pro Colors. I don't have them myself. I just tested them on a coloring book meetup and didn't like them. But if I remember right, I think these pencils feels a bit like a combination between Polychromos and Pro Color. Hello, Christina. I'm swatching my Derwent Artist. So far there's just these orange tones and yellow tones. I'm gonna see, I'm gonna compare with my Polychromos. But these are bigger squares. It feels like Polychromos has, now I have actually use a blender stick on top of these, but it still feels like they are brighter. Yeah! You like to watch swatches and to do swatches, yeah? I think it's also relaxing, but also a bit boring. So I thought I could need some company. And now I'm searching for my little stickers. Here it is. I just think it's easier to find them if I have a number and don't have to look for the name all the time. No, you don't do these big squares. I know, I did 2 big squares, and here I did very much 2 big squares. So I think my next swatch book, because after a while, I hope not too soon, but it will be filled up, or it will be, I mean the paper in this is not very good, it maybe become broken. I think half of this, I would prefer half this size, but then when I realized that, I already had done the squares. And I have also, for some sets, I just have these smaller ones, which works fine, but I think they are quite small. So I think something between I would prefer. How did she do? How did Maya do? This is pale Vermilion. And all the pencils also have numbers. I know some people like to write up the numbers I don't like that. Yeah, see you, Kimi. I have numbers, my own numbers, and the names. I think that's enough for me. Yes, this was pale. Like a pale. Oh, I have to go and look on her Instagram. Yes, there are a lot of ways to do coloring charts. So you can just do the way you want to. I like to do it this way, although I should have done them not this big, because it takes so long to fill them in. I like it on the page because it's easy to see the colors. But it takes too much time to do. So this is deep vermilion. Oh, then maybe it's Reka, because she is known for her beautiful swatches, her swatch books. I think she has done 3 different. And they are always very perfect and looking very neat and nice. So I think you are talking about Reka's book. Maybe Maya, Coloring Maya, also have one, but I have not seen that. And I mean, you don't have to do your own book. They are online. You can find a lot of charts already done that you just can download and print and fill in. And there are several books, some books you can buy that already have some circles, I think, or squares where you fill in the colors, and just so you don't have to do the actual squares or circles, or what do you prefer? Let me see. Next is another red one. Now we're going from orange into red. This is Geranium Lake. Yeah, it's sunny here too, Bella. It has been very, very windy today. Very cold wind. Oh, you have one of those books? Yeah, 2 big squares are annoying, and if the paper is not good enough, that can be annoying as well. I bought a really good looking book. Maybe someday I can show you my collection of blank notebooks. I keep buying notebooks. And I was going to use it for my swatch book, but it was some years ago, or at least 1 year, and I didn't know how I wanted my swatch book, and I didn't want to ruin the beautiful book, so instead I bought a real cheap one, this one, with bad paper, because then I dare to use it, and that's better. It's better to use it than not use it. So the other one is still here and not used at all. So maybe one day when I will do a new swatch book, I will do that one, and then I will have, I think, smaller squares. Oh, you're also a collector. Yeah, that's logical. I'm just saying logical things that you already know. But yeah, exactly. So actually, I seem to most use the book the notebooks that are not too good looking. But I buy too many, so I have some I don't use yet because I can't decide what to use them for. Exactly. I don't have a massive amount of notebooks, but I do have something between maybe 5 and 10. And uh, they can't have lines in them. I hate notebooks with lines. They need to have just blank pages. Exactly. It's like if I see one beautiful notebook and I can afford it, and I can pretend that I will have some use for it in the future, then I probably will buy it. Hello, Daria. Okay, so let me see. That's smart to do a master copy of a page with squares and then make copies of that on better paper, and you can have it in a binder or as you in the cases. Yeah, that's smart. I have seen so many different swatches. Some are having them on these key rings. Some have them in folders. Some having books. Some have them in the cases. This is Pink Madder Lake. It was kind of funny, this color. One flesh pink, very, very light between the other more dark colors. Yeah, exactly. Some of the names reminds me as well of the names in the Polychroma set. Lake, not okay. That was not right. I'm gonna bring out my Tippex pen. Lake, not light. Rose pink. No, I don't think that. I can't say between Derwent Artist and Colorsoft if it's the same colors. Does anyone knows? I think the Pro colors have a lot of more muted tones, more browns and greens and nature colors than this set. But I can't say for sure. Madder Carmine. Madder. Let's see. Yeah, the rose pink is really beautiful. Very soft and light color. So that's what I'm hoping with this set, that I can use it for some pictures and do more that thing I can't do. Delicate. Ah, yeah, of course. I mean, orange and yellow and red are, of course, more bright than the blues and the greens and browns. And of course, I have not tested the whole set of Pro Color. I think I just tested some of the more muted ones. So maybe that's why I think the whole set is muted. But maybe it also have bright colors. Yeah, I put the stickers on them because I think it's easier to see in the set like this if you have the stickers on them. You don't have to bend over and look. What was the name now again? Yeah, Susie, I think she means the fairy one, where the line art just and the grayscale went away. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good way to keep track of the pencils. Crimson Lake. That also sounds like a Polychromos name. Oh, these are just some I bought in the grocery store. They had it there. They're not sticking very well to the pencils, so it's best to have some tape over it. I'm gonna add that later, so because it takes some time, and I thought I could do that after. Oh, what pencil line are they like? Let me see. I said earlier, and yeah, they are a bit like Polychromos, but harder. And I have not tried so many hard pencils. But I have tried Pro Color, the Derwent's Pro Colors that I didn't like, and these feels a bit like them, although I think they say that Pro Color are meant to be softer than these ones, but maybe like a mix of Pro Color and Polychromos. I mean, they don't give away much color when you have a light hand, so these are meant for layering and layering and layering. I'm pressing really, really hard to get so much color out from them. I'm burnishing the page, I think, just so I can see them better. Oh, these are harder than Ergosoft. They have more pigment, I think. No, yeah, they must have more pigment because they are artist range, but you really have to work layers and layers and layers So the paper should be really good. No, I think that Ergosoft is softer. These are one of the hardest pencils. I think this is the hardest pencil I tried. So it's hard for me to describe it because they are hard. What did you say? Crazy art? Exactly. These pencils are not. These pencils are not made for coloring books, and I knew that when I bought them. But I was, as I said earlier, carried away because it was Black Friday, and I had saved some money for that day. And I was on vacation in Stockholm, where they have these great art stores, art material stores, and they sold this for a good price. And I had been interviewing Peter Hewitt, and this is I know Polychromos is her favorite pencils, are her favorite pencils, but she really liked the color range in the artist set. So I was enabled and got carried away. So let's see, I'm gonna do this swatch, and I'm gonna try to use them in some books anyway, and do a lot of layering, and hope that maybe helps me to do some more delicate and soft pages. But yeah. Oh, now it's Didi streaming, starting her stream. I'm going to stream to 1:45, whatever it is. Oh, Susie, my intention was to do it once a week. But I don't really have a schedule because there are so many factors to it. Factors, I don't know if that's a word in English. So, I mean, I have my work, and it's a lot of persons you need to. It takes time to find the time for the interviews, and to. Yeah, now I have been sick. I don't have had the energy at all. So, but my plan was once a week, but it was a bit hard. But when, yeah, once a week or every 2 weeks. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, since I have not been able to work, I have needed more company, and I have been able to be here on YouTube more. But I have not done podcasts because it's harder to. I mean, these I can do just whenever I have the energy and time. And it's just me. But to do the interviews is really fun, but it takes a lot of energy, and it's a lot more like my regular work where I do interviews. And I don't really have that focus right now. And it's also to find the time for them. So yeah, it's quite a lot of works. I think I would need an assistant because for all the work before the booking and the finding the time and realize when the time zones are. I have done some scheduling and then called them the wrong time because I have misjudged the time zones. But that's one of the reasons I want to be healthy soon again, so I can start potting again. Yes, magenta. So also, as I said in the start of this stream, when I bought these pencils, artist pencils, which are not meant for coloring books, but have gorgeous colors and are meant to work on really good paper, I either have to use them in my books anyway, or start to be an artist. Oh, Kimmy, thank you. Yeah, I miss them too, my podcasts. I hope I soon will be able to do some, because I have been talking to a lot of people that have agreed, had said yes to join, but now I'm just waiting for everything for the health. Imperial purple. This looks like a Prismacolor color. Can't remember the name of that one. So the third alternative, if I don't use them in the books and don't become an artist, I have to sell them. But I'm going to keep them for some time at least. Until something comes up that I really, really want, and then I need money, maybe. Do you have that? I think that is a very good thing here in Sweden. We have a big coloring group with a buy and sell page. Yeah, I'm in Sweden. Yeah, I guess you could call me some kind of artist, but you understand. I mean, not coloring in the books, but doing real art from scratch, which has not have not felt tempting at all for me. Have you missed that, Bella? The buy and sell group. That is really, really good. I have bought a lot of my pencils and pens there. So when people don't like something, or if they need money, or if they are changing hobbies and don't want to color anymore, they can sell pencils. So I bought... yeah, I know, Caroline. Well, thank you anyway. That was so sweet of you to say. So I have been, I think, I'm gonna put the protection paper, sorry. So if you have one of those groups, coloring groups in your country, you can start one of these buy and sell pages, because we all know it's more cheap to send things inside the own country. So I bought my Pablos for a very good price there, my Albrecht Dürer. And yeah, recently the Castle Arts for like half the price. My alarm rings. That means that I have to go and pick up my husband. So yeah, when the yeah, it was really, really good. Both of those sets, to get them for that price. I think the Pablo was, I think, the best price. It was more than half the price. And it was sometime when I didn't have that much money, but I got to my husband and said, I need to buy these because this price is unbelievable, and I do want them someday. And I've been wanting them because they were sold on a Black Friday some years ago here in Sweden for a good price, but not that good that I got them for, but still very good. But then I couldn't afford them, so I had been looking out for a good price for them for a long time. So we looked into our finances and could afford them. So yeah, Bella, I'm going to show you that page. That is a good tips. See, that you can do also. So, okay, I thought I was going to do 3 pages today in 45 minutes. That was very time optimistic. I did 1 page. So this is the first 24 colors of Derwent Artist. And before I go, I'm going to show you. Whoops, sorry. I may be going to show you if I can find the book. A page where I used them. The only page I've been using them on. Okay, it was in the other copy of. I wonder if it's on loose pages because my other copy of World of Flowers have fallen apart. Yeah, so now I can YouTube more than when I'm homesick, but when I start to work, I will start to podcasting again, so then I have to do a schedule, I guess, for myself. I think it was in this copy. I'm just going to show you some flowers I did here. These flowers I did with Derwent Artist. And now it's I used so many layers that it got burnished at the end. I didn't press hard at all. I just tried to do a lot of layers, but after a while they got burnished anyway because the pencil is so hard. But I think they turned out beautiful anyway. And I can go over it, I think, even if it's burnished. I have been spraying it with fixative because the background is with soft pastels, and I think that makes the surface, I think you can use some polychromos over it if I want to, if I would to like do some more shadows. But I rarely color this soft, so maybe I will just keep it like that. So yeah. I will try to use them in the books, but yeah, they are not meant for the coloring books. They are meant for really good paper. Bye for now. So see you later, and oops, goodbye.